Hey, what's going on? It's Thomas Galdenzi with Combat Sports Coverage. And on this edition, I'll be interviewing bare knuckle boxer Juan Torres, who will be fighting live this Saturday night for Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship 18 in Hollywood, Florida. So, Juan, tell me how your training camp is going so far, leading into the biggest fight of your life.
I feel good, man. I feel confident, calm, just getting ready.
So you have weigh-ins tomorrow. I know you're fighting at heavyweight. For people that maybe don't know, like what is the heavyweight limit for bare knuckle fighting?
I think it's 200 and up.
Oh, so nice.
It's same as boxing.
Oh, awesome. And then, so tell me, like, so tomorrow is the weigh-ins. Like, what do you have planned for tomorrow? Anything exciting?
We're gonna go eat breakfast, then head to the weigh-ins. I think the weigh-ins are at 2 here. So, we'll go do that, and after that, I plan on hitting the beach, man. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna go lay out on the beach, get me a nice little tan or something, and just go explore, check it out a little bit.
Yeah, you're definitely in a great area, Hollywood, Florida. I've always wanted to check that spot out in Florida, so I bet it's a great spot to go explore. But tell me, how do you feel heading into this fight versus Hewitt Lewis? How do you see it going down? Do you see yourself winning by KO, TKO, or is this going to be an all-out war?
Man, I plan on knocking him out. I think, any fight you go into, the plan is to knock him out. I know he's not just going to give it to me. So, I plan on putting a lot of pressure on him and hopefully getting him knocked out third or fourth round or sooner.
I'm not too sure if he has any bare knuckle boxing experience, but I know you have multiple bare knuckle fights under your hand. So tell me, like, how do you see that being beneficial heading into this fight?
I think just being able to say that, I've been in the squared circle. I know what it's like. I know what the pace is supposed to be like. All those things are a huge advantage, like you said to me. I think I read somewhere that, his manager talked about when he was in France, out in the mean streets of France or something, he feels more comfortable street fighting. And, I agree it's closer to a street fight, but it's not a street fight, man. You're fighting, professionals that practice every day, 5 to 6 hours a day, and there's different things that you're supposed to do in bare knuckle boxing that you wouldn't do in boxing. So I for sure have the advantage there.
Yeah, so you still got to definitely use the sweet science of boxing, but you're also going to probably use some of your MMA skills and brawling skills also inside that cage, ring, which we've all seen you come up from MMA and stuff, so we all know you love a good scrap, and it's going to be an excellent fight. Everyone definitely going to be tuning in to see this fight. But speaking of the fight card, there's some amazing fights on this card. How do you feel and honored, or how special do you feel being on such an amazing card? There's 4 title fights and a lot of huge names.
I'm blessed, man. I am so blessed being, on this card. You got guys that were in the UFC. You've got, world champs. The dude that I'm fighting, he was a WBA world champ. So, it's a blessing, and it shows that, you work hard, man, you can get up there. So, I'm blessed. I feel 100% blessed.
Out of those title fights on the card, which one are you most excited for?
I want to see the main event, man. I want to see Sam Shoemaker and the Mexicutioner, man. I want to see them two go at it, man.
I bet you want to watch that fight because you are in the heavyweight brackets. And if you get a big win this week, how far away do you think you are from possibly fighting Joey Beltran for the title, maybe?
I think, man, if I can get a good win, a nice knockout, show the crowd that, I'm an exciting fighter, I don't know. Who's to say? Maybe 2 or 3 fights I can, challenge for the title.
That's awesome. And then tell me, how who are some training partners and some sponsors that helped you through this training camp?
Man, J.R. Richards, he's a huge part of, helping me train and spar. He's another big boy, up and coming big boy. I think we're fixing to turn him pro in boxing. Chip, that's my big brother right there, man. I've known him since I trained with Rocky Long, and me and him used to just fucking brawl. We just punch each other, just stand in front of each other and punch each other, man. I think he's got the heaviest hand, or, one of the heaviest pair of hands that I've, dealt with sparring-wise. It's just everybody at Hit City Boxing Gym, man. They all, chip in and help the best they can. Mike. Mike has me doing all this heavyweight work. You got Ernest always working with me on my feet, and my manager is always trying to get me the best training. Getting me out to Vegas whenever I can get out there. Chris Rose. He's huge, man. That's one of my best friends in the world, man. He came to my second Bkfc fight, and man, he on his own dime, he came out here on his own. So that shows a lot of love and respect, and I appreciate him for that.
And so we all know you've also fought for big boxing promotions like Top Rank. You've also fought for big promotions in MMA like Bellator. How would you compare bare knuckle fighting championships as a promotion to those other big brands?
I would say, as far as how they treat you and everything.
Yeah, exactly.
BKFC, man, they're top notch, man. They take care of you. They're worried about what you're doing. They want to know that you're okay. If you're uncomfortable with something, they're gonna get it fixed, man. They're top notch, man. I would assume, Top Rank is another company that I fought for, and they're right there with them, man. They take care of their fighters, and it's very appreciated.
Yeah, I've been lucky enough to cover a few of the bare knuckle fights live and in person, and seeing their setup in their whole just arena, going in their arena, how big they are. They're just as big as the UFC events. It's pretty crazy, and I bet it must give you a lot of excitement when you get a fight in there. And how important is it? Because I believe fans will be at the fight, and fans are back now. How important is that to you, having fans in the crowd when you fight?
It's huge, man. Just the walkout. When I first started, I hated walking out, man. I was it was just, I'm very antisocial, so I was real timid with the walkout. I'd rather skip the walkout and get straight to the fight. But now I appreciate it more. I have more time to take it in as I'm standing, right there, and my song comes on, and just the fans yelling and everybody cheering. They might be booing, they might be cheering for you, but either way, man, that shit gets your adrenaline going, and it just makes it that much funner. And then the cameras, just having the cameras in your face, that shit. Knowing that your people back home are watching, it's huge, man. And the adrenaline is just through the roof when it happens.
That's awesome, man. Getting me excited for everything. And I got to know, what is the biggest difference you think between boxing and bare knuckle, as a fighter, not watching or anything, but actually competing in it?
The head movement, man. You have to keep your head on a swivel. You got to keep moving. You want to be more aggressive, obviously. That's why it's 2-minute rounds instead of 3-minute rounds, because they expect you to be more aggressive. But even as you're being aggressive, you have to keep your head movement. You have to, when you punch to the head, you don't want to throw as with full power, or you'll break your hand. That's part of the game plan is with me and the guy that I'm fighting. And every time I fight bare knuckles, I'm gonna duck my head, and I'm hoping you break your fucking hand on my head. I've done it in MMA. MMA, I think, out of the 25, 30 fights that I've had, 7 of those guys, they came out with broken hands and had to have surgery afterwards. I'm blessed to have a hard head, and just head movement and just knowing where you're at all. Staying very aware, because a little jab will fuck your face up.
No, I believe, especially coming from big old heavyweights like you guys that are trained killers. And before I let you go, I got to ask you, what is your last words to your opponent, Herod Lewis?
Man, good luck, brother. Good luck. And, his management, I think, has been cashing or writing more checks than he has. I haven't really seen much from him, but I know his management said something about knocking me out cold, and I'm just like, okay, I guess if you can do it, that's great. Good luck, I guess, and I'll see you in the squared circle, man. That's it.
Well, everyone needs to make sure to tune in to Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship 18 live this Saturday night on the Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship app, where you're going to see Juan Torres put on an epic fight, and he's going to be going for that knockout like always. So thank you, Juan, for giving me some of your time so close to the fight. It really means a lot to me, and I cannot wait to see you get another win.
For sure, brother, man. Real quick, I want to give a shout out to my management, top tier management. They're always taking care of me. Junior Santiago, he's a huge part of, me growing as a boxer, as a fighter. All my training partners back home, my home gym, Hit City Boxing, Huntsville Independent School District, they're always riding with me. my principal's always giving me off when I need it. Like I said, Buff, Coach Ernest, Coach Mike, everybody out there showing me love. My parents, my little babies, Antonio and Azelia. I appreciate everybody, man. Houston, Texas. All of